Ben? Ben, you there? Hello, Sally. Oh, God. You scared the life out of me. It's what I do, innit? You got it? What? Is this it? It's all I could get. I'm supposed to go to black with this? Nah, it's not enough. It's the peelers, Ben. They know me. Give over. Get off me. Aha! What's this then? That's mine. Where did you get 20 bob from? It was a gift. A gift? Ah, well. This'll do. But what? Away with you. But I said get back home. Be grateful I'm not telling Mr. Black how you tried to screw him over. All right. See ya. Oi! Get out of my way.
Eyes.
What?
Your eyes are required. Please stand still whilst I complete the procedure. I do not wish to cause you unnecessary pain.
No! No! Oh my God, that stinks! The bracing aroma of Victorian England. Is that what you call it? This street smells foul. Well, we probably landed in the gutter, where all the sewage is dumped into the lake. Why have you brought us here? I misinterpreted the coordinates, unfortunately, and we ended up in the wrong place. You can say that again. Can I? Oh, thank you. I misinterpreted the coordinates, unfortunately, and we've ended up in the wrong place. Still, not to worry. This should be interesting. All we need is a little local knowledge, that's all. Well, that's easier said than done. Do we know anyone in this time period? I got it! What, Kara? Haha, I think I know just the men. Here you are, Henry. A pint of ale. Phil, dash it all. The confounded impertinence of it. Of all the cheek blasting nerve. I got it as fast as I could. Oh, not you, Professor. Paper. Listen to this. At the new Regency Theatre, another magnificent evening of Lord-Villian delights awaits the discerning theatre garden, the greatest singers, the finest dancers, magicians and comedians to dazzle the mind. I hardly see what I'm supposed to understand what's wrong with any of that. I'm not finished yet. As presided over by the watchful eye of the theatre's superlative impresario, Gordon Henry Jago. Ah, Gordon Henry Jago. I mean, really. Well, if you must insist on having two first names, basic printing incompetence, I have a good right to complain. The individual inaccuracy of the formidable hack, honestly. Steady on, Henry. Don't destroy it. Oh, did you want to read? That was my intention when I purchased the thing, yes. If you must. Not much in it, though, if you ask me. Really? Oh, I see our body snatcher character continues to make the headlines. Another poor unfortunate soul whisked off the street, vanished into thin air. And still, no one knows who this fellow is and why the police can't catch him. What makes you think it's him? Well, it states it here, but of course I could be mistaken. Well, you don't want to go believing everything you read, Professor. That's all manner of speculation and gossip in there. Some people say it's all Jolly Jack back again. Yes, he's rather caught the public imagination. It appears he has succeeded in where our local constabulary has failed. How can he not? I imagine that they're quite put out. The vengeful vigilante and his preternatural powers. They say he's bulletproof, that he can run faster than a train, and one blow from his fist blasts you across the street. Journalistic exaggeration, I'm sure. Perhaps. The paper standard is somewhat unrefined. Maybe I should ask Gordon Henry Jago what he thinks. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, I'm more interested in another mystery that's come to my attention recently. There's been an unusual number of bodies brought to the lab. A large collective of unidentifiable corpses. Unidentifiable? How so? Well, for instance, one has an arm missing. The other has a hand missing. One of which has both his legs detached from his body. It's most peculiar and disgusting. Marky, cancel that steak and ale pie. They appear to be detached and dried simultaneously. I say. You know what this means, Professor? This sounds like a case for... Excuse me, is this seat taken? Oh, no, go ahead. Thank you. What? Are we supposed to know you? Oh, of course, you don't recognise me. This regeneration. Good in some cases, not so good in others. Who are you? My dear Professor George Litefoot, it's me, it's the Doctor. And Henry Gordon Jago, it's so wonderful to see you both again, after all this time. Are you feeling all right? Fine, thank you. Right as rain. But how can you be the Doctor? The one we know. You look nothing like him. Because I've regenerated, gone through a few changes recently. Grown a love for cricket, sand shoes, bow ties, and in the 1980s I had a weird obsession for question marks. But I'm the Doctor, all right? If you really are the Doctor we know, prove it. All right? This is a spare key you gave me to your house when we first met. You said if ever I wanted to pop round for tea, that I was to come knocking. Well, here I am. And let's not forget about that adventure we had together. Magnus Grill, distillation chambers, missing girls. Rhyme, tis you. But how? Regeneration, my dear Jago. It is very good to see you, Doctor. Good. I'm so glad, Professor. Listen, I wonder if I could trouble you, gentlemen, for just a minute of your time. See, I remembered having the key, and I remembered your address emphatically. Dropped off my companion here, and then I saw you going into the pub. Thought I'd wait 20 minutes as not to startle you, and well, you know the rest. But, Doctor, I didn't think that the pub was the right place for the woman of refinement. A woman of refinement? Miss Leela? What? Oh, no. Miss Leela is otherwise indisposed. Oh, really? What a pity. Hello. Oh. This is Jago and Litefoot? The very same. By gosh! Something the matter, Henry? Oh, no, quite the contrary. Hello, Henry Gordon Jago, at your inestimable service. Are you? I'm glad to hear it. I'm Cara. Yes, of course you are. What a pretty name. Charmed. Yes, you said. Cara is my new companion. Is she? Well, you certainly know how to pick them, don't you, Doctor? I'm terribly sorry that he left you here on your own, my dear. Have you passed the time satisfactorily? Oh, most satisfactorily, thank you. Your housekeeper was very kind to me. She kept offering me food, although for some reason she thought I wouldn't want cutlery. Yes. That's beside the point. Putting that subject aside for the moment, now we've all been acquainted and we're back together, was this about a series of unidentifiable corpses found in the vicinity? Doctor! Is this the sort of thing we should be discussing in the presence of a young lady? I am here, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, miss, but, I don't want to alarm you. The details are quite gorish. Oh, don't worry. I'm fine with a bit of blood and gore gossip. It doesn't bother me. So, you were saying? Well, if you say so, my dear. But I don't really know much more I can add, Doctor. You've essentially reiterated the facts of the situation. A collection of decapitated endeavours have been slabbed upon in this community. Good gracious. I'm beginning to sound like you, Henry. We've known each other for too long. Over what time frame were they found, Professor? Well, if I remember correctly, the first one turned up just over 4.5 weeks ago. They've been arriving at the morgues naturally ever since. Interesting. I'd like to see some of these corpses of yours. Would you mind accompanying me to the morgues? Yes, certainly. Mr. Jago, are you all right to take care of Kara until we get back? Yes, of course. I would see it a pleasure to be in the company of a beautiful young lady. Thank you. I'm sure it would be nice to spend time with you too. Mr. Jago, would you mind going about finding a cab for the Professor and myself? Yes, certainly. Be back in a tick. Does he always talk like he talks? He seems charming, but I was beginning to wonder if the TARDIS's telepathic circuits were faulty. That's Henry for you, a particularly Protestant of perplexing patois, the lord of luxurious language and linguistic legerdemain. Now you're doing it. It's bad enough when there's just one. Trust me, Kara, Henry's company is anything but boring. You'll be fine. Professor, shall we get going? Hello? I say hello! Damn, where's one of the blasted things when you need one? Excuse me, sir! You talking to me? Well, you're the only one here. Is your cab for hire? No, I'm just driving around for a laugh. Where are you heading? The infirmary, just round the corner. Do you know where that is? Of course I do. Did you manage to find us a cab, Henry? Yes, and a stroke clock too. Not many much out tonight. Well, I should attend to Miss Kara. Enjoy your evening at the, mortuary. Come on, Professor. Drive on, cabby. So this is the last one you found, you say? Yes. It was discovered this morning. Any thoughts? Yes. Well, I can understand why you consider this to be an indelicate matter, Professor. The injuries were certainly extensive. This poor chap was butchered. It's as if he was cut open and had his organs pulled out, like a DIY operation. And there's nothing to identify them? Nothing at all. I dare say the poor buggers would have had trouble identifying themselves after that. But surely they are missed by someone, one way or the other. I mean, what about family, friends, colleagues, partners? That's why it's called going missing. You are missed. Which means whoever or whatever is doing this is choosing to keep quiet about it. Some people say it's old Jack back again. Old Jack? The Ripper, Doctor. Oh, I highly doubt that. However, there might be a link. What? Professor, something like this has happened before. Where did you say they were found? All over the place. Back alleys, the riverbank. None of them the most refined or reband of surroundings. Yes. Well, murder does have a habit of lowering areas' tone. So never in the heart of polite society, but always in the domain of the undercast. Is that significant? And no one willing to report the disappearances. It all ends up rather neatly, doesn't it? Does it? Why wouldn't anyone tell the police these people have vanished? Because they don't wish to speak to the police? Try again. Oh my goodness. The underworld. Criminals. It would seem the most applicable conclusion, wouldn't you agree? Oh my goodness. But why? You stated that Jack the Ripper might be back, Professor. Well, I can assure you he is not. But the style of his killing is. And I think that the Ripper case is something that is linked to what's going on here now. You mean it's happening all over again? Yes, only not in the way that you would interpret it to be, with a man in a cloak and a top hat ramping around the streets killing women. Oh no, I have an idea. I just hope I'm wrong. Hello? Kara? Jago? Oh, there you are, Doctor. Jago, where's Kara? Hey, Doctor. Did you find out anything? Oh, yes. The Professor and I have found out enough to make us very, very worried. What's up? A vicious killer is killing criminals off in the street, but dispatching parts of their bodies as well. We discovered that all the bodies were found in this area here. That's right. I can't believe I didn't tie them together before. I just thought the stories were sensation. The stories may be sensational, Professor, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to them. When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, forever improbable, must be the truth. So what do you think we should do? You and I will go back to the TARDIS. I have some equipment that might be useful to us. What's the equipment for? Scanning the area for technology. What kind of technology? This killer isn't naturally gifted by the looks of things. He's using advanced equipment. If we can set up in the main area, we should be able to get a fix on him if he starts again. That's brilliant. Is that wise, Doctor? It might be dangerous. Might? There's no might about it, Professor. He most certainly is. Come on, Kara. Doctor, how much longer are we expected to wait? Until we get a reading. I don't think I've ever been so bored in all my life. It's like fishing. I don't like fishing. The suspense is tiresome. I should be able to pick up a trace should our murderer strike again. Doctor, are you sure you should have this equipment operating clear as day? Wouldn't the consequences of the time continuum be disastrous, as you say? There's a difference between doing this in a desecrated area, Kara, and updating Twitter on your phone in the year 1937. It was Debbie. I was tweeting pics of our holiday. Doctor, surely you must have some idea as to when your machine will be ready. All this waiting around is somewhat unexpected. If I could speed up the process, Professor, I would, but I can't. Keep calm. Why won't it work? There's no activity. I wonder if we could stage a mugging. How so? Henry, you're an actor, are you not? I'm a man of character and determination, sir. The Rock of Gibraltar. Look, it was a simple enough question which demanded a simple enough answer. Kara, I want you to pair up with Henry and stage a mugging. Whatever is doing the killings is bound to pick up your distress, recognise the ident of the mugger, and therefore enhance a signal into my little black box here. Doctor! You can't surely send a young lady into danger. The streets at this time of night are filled with depravity and degradation. If you can come up with a better way to speed up the process, Professor, I'd be more than happy to hear your suggestions. If not, we have no alternative but to go with this idea. Henry, my good fellow, you look rather smart. Why, thank you. Let's set the scene. You are a lustrous gentleman on your way to a restaurant to enjoy an evening of fine dining and free wine. You'll need some money, so, what is this, £5? £5? That, sir, is a splendid idea. Don't mind if I do. I don't mind if you do either, but you're missing something. A date. A lustrous young lady to accompany you and apply companionship. You've got to be joking. You're the only one who can, Kara. Don't be ridiculous. Come on, we're wasting time. All right. Good. Good. Now, anyway, my idea. What I think we should do is this. Lovely evening, my lady. Yes, isn't it? It's so spiffing to be out here on the docks. I do love the autumn, don't you? Do we have to keep up this act, Doctor? Every word. Just stick to the script, both of you, just like we rehearsed. The restaurant isn't far now. Good. I'm starting to get hungry. You won't be going anywhere. Zooks! He's got a knife! Well spotted. Now hand over your any valuables or skin you both. Unfortunately, I don't have any amount of currency on me, but Henry has at least £5 on his person. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to hand it over. What? Oh, dash it all, fine. I wasn't that hungry anyway. There, that's the lot. Well, aren't you going to let us go? What, and miss the best bit? I don't like your face, mate. I don't like either of your faces. I reckon I might have to do something about that. Look, why not let the young lady go? She can't hurt you. She isn't going to, neither. I don't understand. We've given him what he wants. Can't have you calling me out to the palers now, can I? Don't worry. It's just business. Just happen to enjoy it, that's all. What in the name of... Stay where you are. Don't move. Keep back. Doctor, you were right. I'm picking up a signal. There, got him. You keep away from me.
You can't escape me.
Fascinating. Terrifying, more like. Didn't you see those powers of his? The punch of fire, the impregnability, the speed. They're all true. Oh, come off it. The technology wasn't that impressive. Technology? Well, yes. Body armour, an electroshock weapon, and motorised feet. It's all past the programming. Most of that is barely a century ahead of this time period. Well done, Kara. Henry, you were splendid. I got everything I need. Are you both all right? Yes, we're fine. Doctor, it's a robot. Yes, I know. I picked a fix on him. He is located at an old factory, not far from here. I propose we go and check it out. Shh! Be very quiet. We don't want to cause an alarm. The robot may be back any minute. What are we meant to be looking for? I'm interested in where he keeps his larder. What it does with its victims. Oh God, that's disgusting. Poor chaps. It's butchered them. Their heads, shoulders, knees and toes. They've all been removed. Doctor, sorry, I couldn't resist. No. Behind you. Oh. Right. It's the robot. Why isn't it moving? It's not activated. It's recharging by the look of it. I think we should be alright for the moment, as long as no one wakes it up. What's a robot doing in Victorian times? That's a good question. I think I found something rather interesting which ties everything together. Oh my God! That's horrifying! I don't believe it! Body parts, assembled with quantum robotics. This isn't a man trying to make a robot. This is a robot trying to make a man. If you want the gruesome details, the robot has been killing people off the street and detaching them of their arms, legs, anything it needs to make a man. And the funny thing is, I think this robot has been here longer than a month. Well, how long would you say it's been here, Doctor? 6 years, Professor. 6 years? What was it doing all this time? Going about unnoticed. Robots are like human computers. They're clever and they're cunning, especially to have the power to escape the authorities. You remember Jack the Ripper? The robot was Jack the Ripper? Yes, it was trying to carry out its experiment before, in 1888. But at the time, there was a bit of a muck-up with its system. It didn't know what a human being was supposed to look like, and therefore went on a rampage of killing 5 innocent women, trying again and again and again to get it right, but never did. Now it's been reactivated, it's starting again from scratch. We must alert the authorities. Jago, no! You idiot! I told you not to touch anything! Sorry. What's happening? Defense mechanism. It knows we're here. We've got to go! Doctor! Go. Get out now. There's no point in it catching all 4 of us. Go! Me and Kara will be fine. Go! Any ideas, Doctor? Yes. Don't panic. So what's the plan? You don't have a plan? Hey, I'm making it up as I go along.
Stop. This is private property. You are trespassers. I must destroy you. Please do not resist. I do not wish to cause you unnecessary pain.
Doctor, I'm scared. Braveheart, Kara. Oh God, think. Stop! Emergency protocol 10, 666, I don't know, 42, 1!
Information state request.
Good. Right. You've been killing people and detaching their bodies to build your own man, but for what purpose?
Information. The pilot of my ship was destroyed when the ship crash landed here onto this planet in the year 1888. I have been trying to build a new pilot to fly our ship back to its original destination.
Okay. But why criminals? People that won't be missed.
Information. For that exact purpose, they will not be missed. Their disappearance will not interfere with my vision.
Okay. But you were deactivated in 1888. You have laid dormant in this butcher shop of a factory for 6 years. Who reactivated you?
Information. The woman in white.
And who is that? Who's the woman in white?
Information. Protocol grants you only 3 questions. These 3 questions have been used.
Well, you could have warned me.
Information. Now you will die.
Hey, Sparky! You lay off our friends!
Duck, Kara! I say, as much as I object to violence, I rather enjoyed that. Are you all right, Doctor? Kara? Fine. You saved our lives, Professor. Thank you. That thing was going to kill us. Thanks. The pleasure was all ours. Is the robot deactivated now? I would think so. But you can't exactly blame it, you know. It was only carrying out what it thought was its prime directive after all. So what happens now? Life goes on. The people who went missing will be missed. And no one will ever know, apart from us 4 here, what exactly happened about Jack the Ripper case. Best not to go mentioning it about to anyone, for the purpose of keeping the balance of time in order and everything, you know. So where to now? Is that... I think... No! It can't be! What? It is! It's exactly the same Muffin Man! Is that the Muffin Man I hear, Professor? I don't suppose you could spare a shilling, could you? Yes, of course. I'm sure I could do that, Doctor. Good. Come on, Kara, everyone, my treat. The ice creams are on me!